So here's example B, or example 4, part B for the 2.4 day 1 notes. So here we have 2p to the 8th power plus 10p to the 5th plus 12p to the 2nd. Now remember, whenever you're factoring, you want to figure out if these terms have anything in common, and then we want to take those out. Well, the number they all have in common is 2, so I'm going to take that out. And they do also have a variable in common, and the biggest variable they have in common is p squared. So I'm going to take that out. So now I need to rewrite this, so I'm left with p to the 6th plus 10p to the 3rd. Oops, that should be actually 5. That should be 5p to the 3rd. There we go. 5p to the 3rd, and then plus 6. Now you might be wondering, p to the 6th, that's really high, right? Well, you actually can factor this very similar to if it was p to the 2nd plus 5p plus 6. So the way you would factor this basically quadratic expression is how you would factor this expression, which is p to the 6th. Okay, so here I'm going to rewrite 2p squared because we got to keep that there. And then remember, we need 2 sets of parentheses. So we have 2 sets of parentheses here. There you go. Now here, usually if we just factor a quadratic expression, we do create 2 sets of parentheses. And we want to find all the numbers that multiply to our last, so all the factors. And then we want numbers that add up to our middle, just like we do here. So we're going to find all the numbers that multiply to 6. So we have 1 and 6, and 2 and 3. And one of these pairs has to add up to a 5. Well, the 2 and 3 are probably the choice here. So now I'm going to have my p. I'm going to get p here. And then I'm going to have a 2. And then I'm going to also have a 3. Now, if you just multiply p and p, that would only give you p squared, right? So what we need to do is make sure the exponents on our p's, they add up to 6. Well, the number that does that is if we had p to the 3rd power. Okay, so whenever you have something very similar to this, okay, you'll always have p to the 3rd. And so with this, our signs are both going to be plus. So our final answer here is p third plus, or 2p squared times p third plus 2 times p third plus 3.